First we're going to press pattern. We're going to be doing those rectangular masks that most people are wearing. Let's see what our choices are here. This is a good one. And we're going to increase the measurement. So I'm just going to hold the button down till we get it to about where we want it, about 8-ish on the width and about 4 inches or so on the height. Let's see if that's good enough. I just measured that against my face and that's not quite big enough. So let's go a little bit more than that. Let's get that just a little taller. There we go. Okay, and we're going to press set. And it shows us, I don't know if you can see that, where it's set on the machine. We have about enough room to do 2. But let's just go ahead and cut out the first one. So we're going to say okay. It's going to say please select. We're going to say cut. And of course, we want to tape our items down. So we're going to say start. Okay, now we're going to want to load our fabric after we've taped it down well. And then we're going to tell it okay. We're going to say okay again. Sometimes it makes you say okay a million times. We're going to say cut. It's going to tell us how long the cut is. It's about 1 minute. We're going to say start. 1 minute cut. And it's going to cut that fabric for us, nice and neat. I have it on number 1. We're also going to do a pattern where we use a scan and we scan this style of face mask as well. Okay, now that has gotten itself into the scanner and we want to save that onto a stick. So that's in a Brother memory stick. It can be cut out anywhere that takes the Brother FCM files. And so here we are at the DX and we can retrieve that data and push that stick and it should be able to pull it back up along with your other designs that you have saved. Okay, and so here it is. I found it. It's 91. There it is. And you press it and there it is, FCM file right there. Now a lot of the doctors appreciate this style more than they do the rectangular style, and they also appreciate a lot stronger material than fabric. They would rather have a HEPA type filter like you would see in a vacuum cleaner. Just wanted to make that clear. I don't have any vacuum cleaner bags that have the HEPA material. If some of you do, that would be an even better material to make a face mask for a doctor. And now we're going to try that same fabric with the more N95 style mask here. So we're going to tell it the same thing. We're going to tell it to cut. It's going to process that. It says the same thing, about a minute. We're going to tell it to start. And let's see how it does. Okay, now you have your 3 styles of masks. The 2 that we were able to get on the first one, and then the other more like an N95 style. Let's take one of our rectangle ones. Now we want to flip it over and begin the pleating. And we want the pleating to look like this on the back side. So our pleats look like this. You kind of see what that looks like. So we're on the back side right now. So that the front side pleats look like that. Like that. It wouldn't catch the droplets as much. And we're just going to pop that into our Brother sewing machine and just make a simple stitch. So our stitch looks like this when we come out, nice and strong, so that our pleating looks like that on the other side. Okay, and this side came out a lot better. I did a double stitch on that. Let me flip that around. And here's the front. Okay, now we're going to talk about the pleats. We like to have the pleats facing down like that, so that would be the top of the mask, and this would be the bottom of the mask, as opposed to, flip it around, you don't want to catch the droplets when someone coughs or sneezes inside this fold, and now it's sitting inside your face. You want it to kind of be the other way around. Keep in mind what I said before, that a doctor and a nurse is going to want a HEPA fabric. They're going to want something like a vacuum cleaner fabric, vacuum cleaner bag fabric, and that's almost impossible to find right now. So now we want to take our hairband, and you can kind of guess what I'm going to do, and this becomes the earpiece we're going to slip it around like that. Okay, so now it's looking like this. We have that hairband on the right, that hairband on the left. Now I'm going to fold this. Kind of hard to film, hold the camera and do this at the same time. So I'm going to fold that and I'm going to sew that so that you have the piece to pull over to your ear. Okay, so it's looking like this with 2 stitches now. And that's what the front's looking like. It's starting to look real. Okay, and here's the finished product. Of course, I hemmed the top and bottom, cut all the little threads off. I probably have some more cutting to do. And here it is compared to a regular face mask, just so you can see. Now, of course, you know, those folds, when you put your nose in there, that's gonna poke out, and I have a picture to show you in a second, but you can get a feel for that. And there's the other side. It's not so hard when you have hairbands. Remember, places like Joann's and Michael's and Walmart are sold out of elastic. So here's a little hack you can do. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.